So this video is going to be on strength training for beginner runners, and we're going to show you 4 key exercises that are going to help improve performance and negate the risk of injury. The first exercise we're going to show you is called the Goblet Squat. So feet around shoulder width apart, holding a weight in front of you, whether it be a kettlebell or a dumbbell. And then when we start, we're just going to lower ourselves down towards the box. When you feel like you're just touching the box, we can pop ourselves back up. And we'll repeat that 20 times, and we'll explain later on in the video on why we do this 20 times. So just so you can get a side-on view, as I'm lowering, I just touch the box, and as soon as I can feel it, I'll pop myself back up. So if you're a beginner runner and you're doing this exercise for the first time, I would suggest using quite a high box just so you can get used to the movement and you're not stressing your muscles too much for the first time, because the lower you get in this exercise, the harder it's going to be. So the next exercise we're going to show you is a calf raise. So we'll place our feet on the edge of a step, and we just want something in front of us that we can just balance our fingertips on. I'm not putting any weight through them, I'm just basically using them as balance so I can just get majority of the weight through my calves. So we'll start slowly going up on our tiptoes, and then we'll just go all the way back down to whatever available range we have again. So going up to the top and all the way back down, we count that as 1 repetition. And we want to use a rule of 3 here. So every contraction, so all the way up into the top, is going to be 3 seconds, and all the way back to the bottom is going to be 3 seconds. So the reason why we use this approach is that it negates the risk of an Achilles injury, which is one of the most common injuries in runners. So the next exercise we're going to show you is going to be a single leg stability exercise. So the starting position for this exercise is using some type of ledge as balance, 1 foot on the ground, nice and stable, and 1 leg off the floor with a resistant band around our ankles. So the movement we're going to do is leg all the way out to the side as far as we can, and then back down to the starting position. When we get it back to the starting position, we don't put a foot back on the floor, we just go straight out back to the side again. A standing leg is going to be nice and stable, and we want minimal knee movement with the knee in line with the foot. So with respect of the strength of resistance band, we want a strong enough band that works our glutes, but also we want a band that isn't so strong that it stops us getting that whole movement all the way out to the side. The reason why we want to get the whole movement is we want to use the whole of the muscle effectively. So the last exercise we're going to show you is called a single leg step up, and it's onto a box. Depending on your level, we can use weights in both hands, or we can just do it first without weights. So when we step up onto the box, we then drive the other knee up as far as we can. The reason why we do this is because it targets a muscle group called the hip flexors, which are an important muscle group in running. And once you've driven your knee up, we then step back down with the same leg. So the rationale behind this 20 repetition approach is that when we do longer type endurance running, we use a certain type of muscle fibre, and doing these 20 repetitions can target those muscle fibres, and it's the best way of training them.